Good afternoon. Today I'm going to cover the death and murder of George Polk. Now, George Polk was an alleged hero of World War II, where he had shot down several Japanese planes and contacted malaria while he was in Guadalcanal, where he spent about a year in the hospital. He was the head of a construction unit base called Cub, and he had gone to Greece to cover the story for CBS of the Greek Civil War. Now, there was a big fight between the communists and the Greek government on who was going to rule the country at the time. And unfortunately for Mr. Polk, he was on the communist side. That put him in the bad eyes of the government, the CIA, on our side. He alleged that the government had taken over $250,000, equivalent to over $2 million today, from the Truman administration. Now, Truman was the president at the time. In 1970s, a story emerged that the American Mission for Aid to Greece authorized helping the Greek police frame two young communists for the death. A communist journalist, Gregorios Stapanopoulos, was tried, convicted, and held for the murder. But there were two problems. The two people that he supposedly conspired with to commit the murder had died 2 days prior to the death of Polk. He absolutely maintained that he only said it because he was being tortured and that he was just not just the guy that had introduced the men. That's all that he was. An investigation by a man named James G.M. Kellis. It was a former CSS officer with knowledge of Greek political critics and power brokers, concluded that the Greek communist circles lacked the power and influence to commit the murder and cover it up. He worked on a contract by the Wall Street law firm of William Bill Donovan, who was the former head of the OSS. And immediately once he sent this information, he was sent back to Washington, D.C. Polk had been married, and his widow was prone to many attacks and fearing for her life. She came to the United States where she was debriefed by the CIA. The reporters in New York City started a fundraising project to send an independent investigator committee to Greece, and it was formed. Within months of his death, a group of American journalists created by George Polk Awards for his outstanding radio and television journalism. He died in 1948, so journalism on TV was extremely in its infancy. But however, he was honored by the United States government in 2007 by the issuance of a stamp, but still has the unknown title of the first hit made by the United States CIA. Thank you.